Welcome everyone to the Releasing Anger Masterclass. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're listening live or to the recording. Congratulate yourself for giving yourself the gift of self-care. This is an introduction to the program that starts next week called Power, and it's a 6-week program. It's on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. It's recorded if you can't be on live. So if you're, it's a program for women about, we just have a loss of power sometimes in certain areas of our lives, and then we can feel stuck for a long time or a short time. But tapping is wonderful to clear those blocks, to remembering how powerful you really are, because we can get caught up in our stories and they can run us for a long time if we're not careful. And we just forget, like, oh, I am powerful and I can handle this and I can change this. So, all right. So we're going to start with a visualization. So close your eyes, hands on your heart, 3 deep breaths. Taking a moment to set the intention of today's session, thinking about what you want to let go of, and what you want to bring in. And imagine you're on a beautiful white sandy beach. The sun is shining. The waves are lapping against the shore. And you're carrying a big, heavy backpack that's weighing you down. All the burdens of the past, all the burdens of anything and stresses that you're carrying now. Old beliefs such as I'm not good enough, or old resentments. We can have anger at ourselves. We can have anger at others. We can have anger about situations. And it can be really exhausting and consuming. Guilt and shame about how we feel or something we did or didn't do. And fear and worry about that situation. It can be very consuming. So you're carrying your backpack. And you realize you don't have to carry all these burdens with you, and how exhausting it is to be carrying these burdens, this anger, this resentment, this guilt, this shame, these beliefs, old beliefs, limiting beliefs like I'm not lovable, I'm a failure, something's wrong with me. And you set the backpack down. And this whole weight is lifted off your shoulders. And you feel 10 years younger. Calling back your power from all dimensions of time and space. It is safe to shine, safe to succeed. It's safe to be you. It's safe to enjoy, relax and enjoy the journey. Listening to your inner wisdom each and every step of the way. You know what to do. And it's safe to forgive, safe to let go. Having rock solid boundaries. And knowing that we forgive not for the other person, but for ourselves, so that we can be happy and peaceful and healthy and prosperous. Anger can really block all the good coming to us. And loving and receive love gives love. Deep breath, everyone. And you lie down in the sand, stretching your fingers and toes, loosening your jaw. Breathing in divine love into your mind, into your heart, into each and every cell of your body, showering yourself with tremendous love and compassion. You are enough. You are whole and complete, perfect exactly as you are. And taking a moment to connect with your younger self. So our adult self, connecting, giving your younger self a hug. Often if we're freaking out, if we're anxious or worried or angry, it's that very young part of us. So giving them a hug, letting them know, I love you, I'm here for you, I have your back, I will never leave you. Give your younger self a hug and ask them, what do you need today so that you feel safe, loved, and supported, and you're really getting your needs met? Placing her in your heart, letting her know she can call on you anytime. And often it's just a hug, but sometimes they have a specific request. Traveling down the timeline, letting them know that you love them and that they can call you anytime. And deep breath, traveling down the timeline of your life to your future self. It's a year from today. There you are, happy, healthy, wealthy, living your best life. Giving your future self a hug and asking her, what words of wisdom do you have for me as I move in the direction of my dreams? Giving your future self a hug, deep breath, coming back to your present self. Hands on your heart and asking, what do I need for my healing today so that I feel safe, loved, and supported? And I'm really getting my needs met. Breathing in divine love into your mind, into your heart, into each and every cell of your body. Showering yourself with tremendous love and compassion. You are enough. You are whole and complete, perfect exactly as you are. Safe to relax, safe to enjoy the journey. Listening to your inner wisdom each and every step of the way. You know what to do. And stretching your fingers and toes, loosening your jaw, inhaling deeply. Very calm, very peaceful, very relaxed. And a warm welcome to you all to the Anger Releasing Workshop Masterclass. Okay, so if you'd like a turn, please raise your hands with the reactions at the bottom. There's a raise hand, or you can put it in the chat if you'd like a turn. And I'm super excited about this class today because anger can really sabotage our success. If we're angry, we can be really, really stuck. And we may be very justified. You know, there's a lot of reasons right now to be angry in the world and maybe in our personal life or whatever. So there's an expression, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die if we're angry at somebody, or it's like having somebody live rent-free in your head. So we really want to, for selfish reasons, forgive and let go, because it ruins our life when we're angry. I mean, anger is very valid, right? We want to feel those feelings. We want to express them and get them up and out. Okay, so just a reminder, raise your hand with the bar if you just arrived to the call, and you can, if you'd like a turn. Welcome Beth and Barbie. Okay, so is anybody new here? If you're new, put it in the chat, but I think we're all fairly regular. I'm going to work with Jude first. I know you're new to tapping. So we're going to do a round of tapping. Hey, Beth, welcome. Nice to see you. Would you like a turn today? Would you like a turn? Yes. You can raise your hand at the, I'm going to work with people
Yes.
I haven't worked with. Yes. Okay, great.
You turn off the...
Great. And Jude, if you're able to put on the camera, that'd be great. And if you're not, that's okay too. Are you available? You're muted. Jude.
I need to unmute. Can you hear me now?
Hi, Jude. Welcome.
Hi, Kate. Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you able to put the camera on? Would you prefer to be?
Yeah, I can't right now.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so just tell me in a nutshell what you'd like to let go of and bring in. So what anger, have you done tapping before?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So yeah, tell me what you're angry about, what you'd like to let go of and bring in.
Okay. I feel like my anger is about a lot of different things. Obviously, mostly in the past.
Right.
It's like a ring of fire, which I feel is preventing me from living my fullest potential. Past anger, including not being able to become a doctor, which was my life's dream, and then dealing with that, but that led me to other paths and to 3 beautiful children. So I know why that happened now. Mm-hmm. But I still get a twinge of resentment because I've had to deal with the medical profession and be in hospitals with my husband so much. It's very frustrating to me because I know so much. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. So that's the anger from the past. Anger in the present about financial situations, which I had little control over. But I also know that that's leading me to where I need to go geographically in a different space in the country. I need to move, and the universe is literally pushing us out of where we live right now.
How angry are you about that 0 to 10?
The move and those circumstances
and the money. Yeah, the money and the move.
The money. I would say I would say an 8 currently.
Where do you feel that in your body?
In my guts.
In your guts, yeah. Okay. Would you like to work on that topic? Because you're going to pick one. Would that be the most helpful?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So if you're feeling stressed and worried about money or something you're having to change or move or something's going on and you're feeling really frustrated, give it a number 0 to 10 and tap along. And if it's not your issue, pick whatever you're dealing with. You're all on mute, so you can change the words anytime. And tapping here, karate chop point. So Jude, you can change the words anytime if I say anything that doesn't resonate.
Okay.
Even though I have all this anger and resentment about my finances and the move, is that how you'd say it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So yes. Repeat that.
Even though I have all this anger and resentment about my finances and the move.
And I don't know how I can let this go.
And I don't know how I can let this go.
Maybe it doesn't seem possible.
Maybe it doesn't seem possible.
I wonder who I'd be without this.
I'd wonder who I'd be without this.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
And I love and accept myself anyway.
Close your eyes, deep breath. Even though I have all this anger, resentment, and worry.
Even though I have all this anger, resentment, and worry.
And I don't know how I can let it go.
And I don't know how I can let it go.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
Maybe it doesn't feel safe.
I can't relax about this.
I can't relax about this.
I have to be on guard.
I have to be on guard.
I have to protect myself.
I have to protect myself.
But I accept who I am.
But I accept who I am.
And I appreciate my feelings.
And I appreciate my feelings.
Close your eyes, deep breath. Even though I have all this anger and resentment about this situation.
Even though I have all this anger and resentment about this situation.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
Deep breath. And then we're going to the eyebrows, all this anger and resentment. So Jude, you're going to repeat that.
All this anger and resentment.
Side of the eyes, all this anger and resentment.
All this anger and resentment.
Underneath the eyes, all this anger and resentment.
All this anger and resentment.
All this fear and worry.
All this fear and worry.
I'm so mad about it.
I'm so mad about it.
All this anger at them.
All this anger at them.
This anger at myself.
This anger at myself.
This anger about the situation.
This anger about the situation.
I'm so mad about what's happening.
So mad about what's happening.
All this loss of power.
All this loss of power.
It's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
And I am so tired of suffering about this.
And I'm so tired of suffering about this.
I would really like to let it go.
I would really like to let it go.
From the deepest root causes.
From the deepest root causes.
All this anger and worry.
All this anger and worry.
All this fear and overwhelm.
All this fear and overwhelm.
All this anger at them and myself.
All this anger at them and myself.
All this fear and worry about the future.
All this fear and worry about the future.
All this guilt and shame.
All this guilt and shame.
All this loss of power.
All this loss of power and precious time in my life.
Yes. Anything else you want to say? Just say about 3 things that you want to add.
Loss of present time, spending it on nonsense matters like this.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not that I can think of right now.
All this pressure to be perfect.
all this pressure to be perfect,
all this loss of power,
all this loss of power,
all this judgment and criticism,
all this judgment and criticism,
all this focusing on what's wrong.
all this focusing on what's wrong.
It's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
And I'm so tired of suffering about this.
And I'm so tired of suffering about this.
I'd really like to let this go.
I'd really like to let this go.
From the deepest root causes.
From the deepest root causes.
I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
I let go of being general manager of the universe.
I let go of being general manager of the universe.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
And I give this to the universe to handle.
I don't need to do it all by myself.
I don't need to do it all by myself.
It is safe to relax about this.
It is safe to relax about this.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
That good will come out of these challenges.
That good will come out of these challenges.
And that good will unfold before me.
And the good will unfold before me.
And that I am safe and protected at all times.
And I am safe and protected at all times.
It is safe to relax about this.
It is safe to relax about this.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
Enjoying the journey.
Enjoying the journey.
Listening to my inner wisdom.
Listening to my inner wisdom.
I know what to do.
I know what to do.
Keep tapping deep breath, everyone. I call my power back.
I call my power back.
From all dimensions of time and space.
From all dimensions of time and space.
It is safe to shine.
It is safe to shine.
It is safe to relax.
It is safe to relax.
It is safe to be happy.
It is safe to be happy.
It is safe to be powerful.
It is safe to be powerful.
I love knowing I can handle whatever comes my way.
I love knowing I can handle whatever comes my way.
And I forgive everyone, including myself.
And I forgive everyone, including myself.
And I set myself free.
And I set myself free.
I forgive, I let go of the past with ease.
I let go of the past with ease.
And I trust the process of life.
And I trust the process of life.
I'm so grateful for all the good.
I am so grateful for all the good.
I forgive everyone else for not being who I wanted them to be.
I forgive everyone else for not being who I wanted them to be.
And I set them free.
And I set them free.
And myself.
And myself.
Anything else you want to say that's coming up for you, Jude? This grief and sadness.
Grief and sadness, disappointment.
All this grief and sadness.
All this grief and sadness.
All this disappointment.
All this disappointment.
I'm so sad about it.
So sad about it.
Anything else you'd like to say, Jude?
Just a lot of grief coming up, grief and sadness bubbling up.
This deep grief and sadness.
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 All this hurt and pain.
All this hurt and pain.
All this disappointment.
All this disappointment.
I'm so sad about it. So many things.
I'm so sad about so many things.
I'm so disappointed about what's going on and how things have gone for me.
So disappointed about what's going on and how things have gone for me.
All this lack of trust.
All this lack of trust.
I'd really like to trust that everything is working out for me, even though it's hard to see right now.
I'd really like to trust that everything is working out for me, even though it's hard to see right now.
And that the good will come out of these challenges.
And that good will come out of these challenges.
It's safe to relax about this.
It's safe to relax about this.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
trusting the divine order of my life.
I love feeling calm, surprisingly calm and peaceful.
I love feeling surprisingly calm and peaceful.
It's safe to relax.
It's safe to relax.
It's safe to feel my feelings.
It's safe to feel my feelings.
I give myself room to feel my feelings.
And give myself room to feel my feelings.
Letting go of the past with ease.
Letting go of the past with ease.
And trusting the process of life.
And trusting the process of life.
I choose to feel calm and peaceful.
I choose to feel calm and peaceful.
I forgive everyone, including myself.
I forgive everyone, including myself.
And I set myself free.
And I set myself free.
It's safe to be powerful and peaceful.
It's safe to be powerful and peaceful.
It's safe to have rock solid boundaries.
It's safe to have rock solid boundaries.
I say yes when I want to say yes.
I say yes when I want to say yes.
And no when I want to say no.
And no when I want to say no.
Life loves me, all is well.
Life loves me, all is well.
Close your eyes, hands on your heart, 3 deep breaths. Tuning in 0 to 10. I know a lot came up for you.
Yeah.
And you were an 8 with the anger, and sometimes the anger can go down and then we're into the grief. But what number are you at?
I would say about a 3.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm so happy I volunteered. It's not characteristic of me to do that, but I'm glad I have that on tape to listen to it again and again. And just really intense feelings at the beginning when you said, how would you yourself be if you didn't have this? I just got a whoosh of energy, like, wow, I could feel like how it will be. And that was wonderful. And I was quite frankly surprised that came up, because as I was tapping, I was like, I can't believe I'm not crying, But then when it really reached a deep place of grief and sadness, and I think that's predominantly, I have more of that than anger specifically.
Yes. And that's what's often underneath our anger, is grief and sadness, as we peel back the layers. So
absolutely.
Great work. And I really acknowledge you for being courageous and working with me.
Thank you so
much. Give yourself plenty of room to feel your sadness. Like on the next round of tapping I do, you might want to tap on grief and sadness and really tap around that. It's very important we give ourselves room to feel our anger and our sadness. And while you're tapping, just if you're in your sadness or anger and you want to stay there for a while, it's okay. You don't want to release it if you're not ready to. And if you do need extra support, you might want to do a one-on-one session for a deeper dive, because if I was with you in a session, we'd just be going deeper and deeper into the grief, and we do a deeper clearing. So if anyone needs extra support, just send me a message around that. And thank you, Jude. Any other questions?
I hope it helped a lot of others too. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did.
Yes,
a lot of people are feeling grief and sadness, anger. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
It's the beauty of the group tapping. So thank you so much for bringing that great topic.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. If anyone wants to put in the chat what's opening up, or if they have questions or thoughts or comments, and just you can tap and vent if you've got a lot coming up. Let's see, Jen's saying, I want to let go not only of anger, but my tendency to let anger be my primary emotion. Right, that's a great point. You know, sometimes as personalities, we either go to anger first or fear and anxiety. So some of us go to anger, we get really pissed off very quickly, and others get very anxious and afraid. So when you have a lot of rage and anger, it's very, very important. And we can often forget when we're really triggered, but tap on your anger and rage and have a really good event about the anger. Now, if you'd like to join us for the program, the 6-week program, it starts next week. I'm super excited about it. It's called Power, and it starts this Tuesday. It's every Tuesday for 6 weeks at 10:30 a.m. Pacific. And if you can't be on live, it's recorded, and the recordings are just as powerful. A lot of people will listen to the recordings instead if they can't make it live. If you can make it live, I recommend that. And let's see, the series, it's going to be, we'll do 5 abundance tapping sessions, and we'll also do, the 6th session will be a Qoya dance, Qoya, which is we'll dance through our stuff. And that's really profound, because movement is medicine. You know, we do this shaking thing where you shake it all out. In fact, you might want to just shake your hands right now, and shaking your body. We hold so much old stress and trauma in our bodies. You can bring a friend for free to this series. So if you're already registered, just know you can invite a friend for free. It's for women. So, and just send me their name and email. The program is $555. If you sign up today, it's $222. I'm going to put the link in the chat. And the price will be going up tomorrow to $333. So if you want to join, I recommend jumping in. Wow. Okay, good, Julie. Great. I hope you can join us for the series, Julie. Great to have you. And Jen says, I feel like I do my best to communicate things, but not heard. Yeah. So definitely just a good amount of tapping on the anger, and then underneath the sadness and hurt and fear is underneath. Yeah, very good. Okay, so we're going to do another round. Yeah, it's basically, if you have a lot of anger and resentment, just give yourself so much room. Like you can beat up some pillows, or, you know, Tosha Silva, who I teach for, she talks about breaking a coconut. Now that's a really good, if you've got a lot of anger and rage, you get it's an Indian ritual. You get a coconut, you pray and meditate over it, and you take it outside and you smash it. And it can be very cathartic. So, you know, boxing, or, and write about it, tap about it, like dance about it, put on some angry music, like give yourself room to feel your anger, because most of us don't give ourselves enough room to feel our anger. And yes, Tosha Silva's work's wonderful, and she's got a great book called It's Not Your Money, and the Change Me Prayers, and Outrageous Openness. So her work is very much in alignment with what I teach. My work is about letting go of being general manager of the universe, and hers is all about offering to the divine. And so it's a nice combination. So, okay. All right. So let's do another round. We're going to work. Beth, would you like a turn? Yes. Okay. Unmute. And yes. Good. Jude says, thank you. It was intense and cathartic. Yeah, that's really, it can be really intense and cathartic. And there can be, I really love this work. I'm very passionate about it, because it's really good. If you're really upset about something, it can take you from a 10 right down to a 230, you know. So Beth, great to see you. Tell me in a nutshell what you'd like to let go of and bring in. And if it's something around anger, that's great. But you can tell me anything.
Well, I had an issue yesterday. And on the surface, okay, I had a confrontation with a UPS driver. Okay. And it really, you know, it just made me so angry. And I've been doing all kinds of processing around it and that, and still really angry. And I don't get angry. Well, I probably do get angry, but don't acknowledge it. And so what I think is the underlying comes down to people who don't follow the rules, people who don't do what they're supposed to do, and yet they come out on top. Because all throughout, I realize all throughout my life, I've been the nice person. I rarely get angry. I do things for other people because I care, and yet I get screwed over. I had it happen with my ex-husband, who was physically and emotionally and everything abusive. I feared for my life, but it wasn't just him, but it's just kind of a pattern. I'm nice. I do what I'm supposed to. And look at those people over there. They're not doing what they're supposed to. And look, they still get what they want. They do that kind of thing. And it's a repeating pattern, and it's in different situations, but it's almost like I point, look at that. And I thought, oh, wow.
This anger. Yeah. Carry on.
And so when I had this, it made me realize, while we were tapping and everything, and I was realizing that this was another one of those situations, they're not doing what they're supposed to. And look at this and how,
Yeah. So what number is that anger, 0 to 10? What number is that anger, 0 to 10? But
for me,
anger at then. With that bundle, all this anger.
I would say it was an 8. For me, judging anger, I kind of tamp it down, so I don't really ever let it out fully. I don't fully get full out anger. So for me, it's like, oh, I'm angry. And I've had even people say, I'll say something, I'll go, I'm sorry, it was just made me angry. And they go, well, you're not even, or I'll say something and think, oh, I'm going to offend somebody, I'm being, and they go, what?
Okay, Beth, this is great. I want to get tapping because we just got a little time left. But the part of you that is angry, what number is that, 0 to 10?
To me,
the part of you that is angry.
To me, it would be about an 8 for
and
me.
Where do you feel that in your body? Yes. Where do you feel that in your body?
It's like probably my solar plexus area, but it feels like my whole body almost, but more in my solar plexus.
Okay. All right. This is a great topic for if you're somebody who keeps your anger down and you suppress it and you're very nice, but really there's this like very resentful, angry part, can be really common. Tap along and change the words anytime. Even though I have all this anger and resentment at them.
Even though
you're going to speak after me.
Okay. So I was saying it with you.
Yeah.
So even though I have all this anger and resentment
at them,
and
I don't know how I can let it go. Maybe it doesn't seem possible. I wonder who I'd be without this anger. And I love and accept myself anyway. Deep breath. Even though I have all this anger and sadness. About this pattern in my life. I'm so sad about it. But I accept who I am.
Accept that's who I am.
And I appreciate my feelings.
And I appreciate my feelings.
Deep breath. Even though I have all this anger and resentment at them.
Even though I have all this anger and resentment at them.
And not doing what I think they should do.
And not doing what I think they should do.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway. And I wanted to add in all the anger and resentment in myself. For
yes.
For always being the nice one and never acknowledging that I have worth. And I have needs and I should be cared about and accepted and nurtured.
Yes.
And recognized.
Yes, very good. Let's go to the eyebrows. All this anger and resentment at them.
All this anger and resentment at them.
Side of the eyes. What about me and my needs?
What about me and my needs?
It's all about them.
It's all about them.
All this overgiving.
All this overgiving.
All this anger and resentment at them and myself.
All this anger and resentment at them and myself.
All this struggle with boundaries.
All this struggle with boundaries.
Saying yes when I want to say no.
Saying yes when I want to say no.
All this anger and resentment.
All this anger and resentment.
It's so exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
And I'm so tired of suffering about this.
And I'm so tired of suffering about this.
I would really like to let this go.
I would really like to let this go.
From the deepest root causes.
From the deepest root causes.
All this anger.
All this anger.
All this resentment.
All this resentment.
All this fear of speaking my truth.
All this fear of speaking my truth.
All this old guilt and shame about what I did or didn't do.
All this guilt and shame about what I did or didn't do.
All this loss of power.
All this loss of power.
All this sadness and disappointment.
All this sadness and disappointment.
All this not getting my needs met.
All this not getting my needs met.
All this pressure to be perfect.
All this pressure to be perfect.
Part of me just wants to hide out.
Part of me just wants to hide out.
Go away.
Go away.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Just want to hide out.
Just want to
hide out.
Hide out.
Yeah. All this anger at them.
All this anger at them.
All this anger at myself.
All this anger at myself.
All this anger and sadness.
All this anger and sadness.
All this hurt and pain.
All this hurt and pain.
All this disappointment.
All this disappointment.
I'm letting it go.
I'm letting it go.
Letting it go.
Letting it go.
Letting it all go.
Letting it all go.
This deep grief and sadness.
This deep grief and sadness.
All this hurt and pain.
All this
hurt and pain. Hurt and pain.
I can't get the first word.
Hurt.
Hurt. Hurt and pain.
Hurt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to add about how it is? Maybe three things. Any remaining sadness?
Yes, the sadness. The sadness of always being all the sadness of never being the one, the chosen one, or in my family, my brother was the golden Herod won, and I always got second best of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. So the sadness about not being the one, being the chosen one. So if you repeat
The sadness
that,
of not being the chosen one.
feeling so rejected and abandoned.
Feeling so rejected and abandoned.
And letting it go.
Letting it go.
This deep grief and sadness.
This deep grief and sadness.
All this hurt and pain.
All this hurt and pain.
Feeling so abandoned and rejected.
Feeling so abandoned and rejected.
Like I don't matter.
Like I don't really matter.
It's so exhausting.
So exhausting.
And I'm tired of suffering about this.
And I'm tired of suffering about this.
I'd really like to let it go.
I'd really like to let it go.
Let go of being general manager of the universe.
Let go of being general manager of the universe.
And give this to the universe to handle.
And give this to the universe to handle.
I don't need to do this all by myself.
I don't need to do this all by myself.
It is safe to relax about this.
It's safe to relax about this.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
Trusting the divine order of my life.
The good will come out of these challenges.
Good will come out of these challenges.
And that good lies before me.
And that good lies before me.
That I am safe and protected at all times.
That I am safe and protected at all times.
I trust the divine order of my life.
I trust the divine order of my life.
It is safe to relax and enjoy the journey.
It is safe to relax and enjoy the journey.
Listening to my inner wisdom.
Listening to my inner wisdom.
I know what to do.
I know what to do.
Deep breath, everyone. Keep tapping. I call my power back.
I call my power back.
From all dimensions of time and space.
From all dimensions of time and space.
It is safe to shine.
It is safe. You kind of blinked out. It is safe.
Oh, it is safe to shine. To shine.
It is safe to shine.
It's safe to be me.
It's safe to be me.
It's safe to be powerful.
It's safe to be powerful.
It's safe to have rock solid boundaries.
It's safe to have rock solid boundaries.
I let go of the past with ease.
And let go of the past with ease.
And I trust the process of life.
And I trust the process of life.
I love knowing everything's working out for me.
I love knowing that everything's working out for me.
Even though I can't see it yet.
Even though I can't see it yet.
I choose to feel surprisingly calm and confident.
Part of it, the first part didn't come through.
Oh, sorry. I choose to feel calm and confident.
I choose to feel calm and confident.
I forgive everyone, including myself.
I forgive everyone, including myself.
I love knowing everything's working out for me.
I love knowing that everything is working out for me.
I deserve joy.
I deserve joy.
I love being me.
I love being me.
I'm so grateful for all the good in my life.
I'm so grateful for all the good in my life.
Keep tapping everyone around the points. I choose to acknowledge how far I've come.
I choose to acknowledge how far I've come.
I love feeling surprisingly optimistic.
I love feeling surprisingly optimistic.
What if the best is yet to come?
What if the best is yet to come?
I deserve joy.
I deserve joy.
I love being me.
I love being me.
I love being me. I'm so grateful for all the good in my life.
I am so grateful for all of the good in my life.
And I choose to celebrate how far I've come.
And I choose to celebrate how far I've come.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I'm whole and complete.
I'm whole and complete.
I release the need for this suffering.
I release the need for this suffering.
I choose to never abandon myself again.
I choose to never abandon myself again.
I'm willing to see my magnificence.
I'm willing to be in my magnificence.
It feels so good to let go of this anger.
It feels so good to let go of this anger.
I choose to have tremendous compassion for myself.
I choose to have tremendous compassion for myself
and others.
And others.
We are all doing our best.
We are all doing our best.
Even though it may not look like it sometimes.
Even though it may not look like it sometimes.
Anything else you'd like to bring in?
Oh, I think it feels really pretty complete.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm open to new possibilities.
I am open to new possibilities.
And I take inspired action now.
And I take inspired action now.
I love getting my needs met.
I love getting my needs met.
Life loves me, all is well.
Life loves me and all is well.
Hands on your heart, 3 deep breaths. Okay, tuning in 0 to 10, this anger and resentment at them.
It just feels like everything's calm and peaceful.
Oh, great work. Are you a 0?
Yeah, it just feels like there's nothing there. Like I'm just feeling calm and peaceful. And yeah, like it's 0. Thank you. That's been an issue for as long as I can remember, since childhood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your courage and vulnerability, Beth.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you to you and everyone who came through it with me.
Wow. Yes, you look great. You've got a glow about you.
Yeah.
So any final questions, thoughts before we move forward?
Not for me.
Okay, great work. Thank you, Beth. Okay, lovelies. I hope you're all feeling lighter and great ones to tap on or let go of the past with ease. I trust the process of life. And now you're in a lighter space, hopefully. If you're not, that's okay too. Keep tapping on any stuff. But if you're feeling good, tune in and see what's the next right action for me. What do I need so that I'm getting my needs met today? You know, sometimes we're mad because we're not getting our needs met. And it's about maybe making sure we give ourselves what we need. I hope you join us for the Power Program. If you're not already registered, it starts on Tuesday. It's 6 weeks. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited about it. The link is in the chat, or you can go. There's a link in the email that you got as well. So it starts the 16th, 10:30 a.m. Pacific for 6 weeks every Tuesday. It's recorded if you can't be on live. And you can bring a friend for free. We'll be doing 5 abundance tapping classes and a fun dance to move through your stuff and claim your power. So this whole series is about remembering how powerful you really are. It's $555 for the series, but if you sign up today, it's $222. It'll go up tomorrow to $333. Any other questions? Feel free to unmute yourself. Drink lots of water today. Extend the pampering, and just take inspired action. It may be clearing out your clutter, making a phone call you've been putting off, going for a walk or dancing, or getting support. What do you need right now? Give yourself the gift of support. Okay, lovelies. Any questions? You can unmute. Otherwise, I will see you all, those of you who are joining us on Tuesday, and feel free to reach out if you have questions as well. You can email me. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Kate.
You're so welcome. Great to see you. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Arma, Yimmer, Jennifer, Maja, Jude, Alicia.
Thank you, Kate. Thanks, everyone.
You're so welcome. Sending you all my love.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Irma. Good to see you. Bye.